to the FanBoy podcast. I am one of your hosts, Themos1 Franco.
And I am the other half, your host, Manny Fresh. And that's fresh with a PH, because I have a PhD in keeping it fresh. And I keep throwing things at the wall until something sticks.
That's your OG, so that's your...
Yeah, that's
that one sticks.
PhD in keeping it fresh. Yeah. We are here at the FanBoy podcast. Episode 2. We really hope y'all enjoyed the first episode as much as we enjoyed filming the first episode on Blade.
Yeah, it was a good one. I think we did it justice.
I think we did it some justice. I was, you know how we had that complaint about his origin story being way too fast?
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to some other podcasters that are really big, superhero geeks as well, and one of the guys is like, yeah, the opening scene of Blade is by far one of the best, intros into a superhero's backstory, and I'm like, am I a bad person for thinking that it wasn't that great? He's like, to this day, it's one of the... And I'm sitting there like, no, it was way too fast.
They could have given 5 minutes to it.
Yeah. So...
to be fair, in this movie we're talking about today, I don't think it had really a backstory to it, really.
Yeah, no.
But today we're reviewing X-Men from the year 2000.
Oof.
Before we get into that, we usually have our segments. How's your week going, man? How you been doing?
So far, my week's been good. I'm doing everything that I can to get rid of the sun, and it's just it's not working, I've been thinking of everything, and I can't defeat it. I can't defeat the sun. It's a huge ball of fire, and it's really...
I wish you could, because my electric bill this past month was $360.
Oh,
gosh. And it's probably going to be another $300 this month, so fingers crossed you defeat the sun.
Yes, man. Thank you. I mean, we may go into total darkness, but we'll find ways to grow plants and rebuild the earth.
I mean, Alaska's in total darkness.
Yeah, I was about to say, they do that in Alaska, don't they? So, I mean, come on.
They be living there, yeah.
Yeah, so...
You get the vampires over there, though. You get Morbius.
Oh, forget it. I'm not going to destroy the sun after all.
Damn it. You don't want to be Morbin time?
Yeah, well, okay. I might destroy the sun just to hear him morph. It's Morbin time. Yeah, just for that.
I still get to see that movie, and it's already on DVD. I kind of want to watch it just to see what's all the hate.
Why people hated it?
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that it was a movie. That's the way I view it. It was a film. It's not one of the worst films I've seen. Because a lot of people are like, that's the worst film I've seen. I'm like, well, then you haven't seen a lot of movies.
Oh, so it's not Thanksgiving?
It's not Thanksgiving, no. It's either you've never seen a lot of movies or you're just blessed enough to have not seen really bad films. And dang, maybe your palate for films is better than mine. But then again, I just love watching films, so I'll watch anything and everything. But I want to buy the Steelbook. The Best Buy exclusive Steelbook looks amazing, but I don't want to pay $35 for it. So I'm waiting for it to go on sale because I don't think it's going to sell out.
Wait for that Black Friday deals?
Yes, when it's $10, and then I'll be like, it's Morbin time. And I'll just appear in the store dressed like Jared Leto.
Yeah, I went to Best Buy yesterday and I was so upset. I haven't been to Best Buy to look at the DVDs in forever. I went to go look for the ones that we're reviewing here in a little bit. Hulk and Hulk, Spider-Man, the Punisher, and Daredevil. I was like, let me go see if they have any remastered copies, and they didn't. Their selection is so friggin' small now.
Yep, it's almost like it's like they're pushing towards this. I mean, it first started when the CDs disappeared, and I remember when I walked into the Best Buy, I'm like, they don't have CDs anymore, And it was just vinyl. Then I was like, well, yeah, because vinyl's making its comeback. It's been making its comeback. And then I'm like, so no freaking CDs. And I was so mad. And then now, the DVD section gets smaller and smaller. I do know, though, that they have a 4K rendition of Hulk on their online site. So that's probably where I'm going to have to purchase mine from to get the fully remastered, CGI.
Yeah, I need something by Hulk, Spider-Man, Punisher, Daredevil. So hopefully soon I can find them. If not, I'm about to look online, look on
4K baby.
Macari.
Yeah, I was gonna. This isn't Marvel related, but I was looking for the Shrek 20th anniversary, and I wanted it steelbook, but everywhere 4K steelbook is sold out, and somebody on Macari is selling it for $13, but they got like a really smashed steelbook, like it's and I'm like, a part of me is like, I want to get it just to see if I could fix it, you know, like even it out and everything, and then I'm like, I'm satisfied. It went through the ringer, but it's working fine. So I don't know. Maybe I'll bite the bullet. Maybe I'll just buy it regular 4K.
I went to Disco Round as well, and they're about to stop selling movies, which was sad. But it's the world we live in nowadays. Streaming's taking over.
Everybody wants to do digital and then run out of room on every single one of their devices.
Yep. Today on top 6 sinister list, it was my pick, and I decided
Yes.
to list our top 6 Marvel villains.
Hmm.
You want to go first? I think I went first last week.
You did. I'll go first today. All right. So coming in at number 6 for me is Vecna. I can't stand him. He's an asshole. Wait, that's Stranger Things. Sorry, guys. I'm still reeling in everything that happened this past week. So I didn't put these in any specific order. I just wanted to list off 6 villains that I really love, because then it came down to like, who do I love more, and then I felt like I was standing in front of children that are mine, and one of them asked me who the better kid was, and I had to act like I can do that, but I can't do that.
I can.
So, oh, oh my gosh, you can
These,
just tell your kids like
these are
that?
no,
No.
no, not my actual kids, but no, these are villains.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
gonna be a
cool.
dick
No,
right
I'm
now. You're my
sorry.
favorite villain.
um. Okay. So number okay, yeah, well then coming in at number 6 for me uh would have to be I'm stupid. Oh, okay, no, I'm not stupid. Magneto. Coming in at number 6 for me is Magneto. Um I enjoy this character a lot. I'm gonna keep this short and simple. I just think he's cool, man. I think he's powerful. He's really awesome. His design is amazing. Y'all gonna hate me for saying this, but I wish that okay, Michael Fassbender plays him in the like the prequels, and I would have loved to see somebody like Michael Fassbender play him in like play him in well suited, because I love Ian McKellen. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like Ian McKellen was way too old to embody like the Magneto of the comics. So I get this is not just movie. This is also comic related, but again, I feel like that was better. Like they could have. I don't know. Uh, Sorry, but Magneto for number 6. My number 5 pick would be
We're going back and forth.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry about that, man.
Um, so mine, as y'all know, I didn't read comics, so mine are based off the movies more or less. At number 6, I did have Zhu Winwu from Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, the dad.
Oh,
I
Mandarin.
is that yeah. I had
Yeah,
him.
he's the Mandarin. Yeah.
I had him at number 6. However, I made this list last week. After watching the movie we're talking about today, I did remove him, and I have Magneto as number 6. The
Nice.
same reason you did, you have it. The same reason you said, but except I liked him in the X-Men, the one we were reviewing today. I liked his
No.
everything
Yeah.
about him today.
I love his portrayal. I love Ian McKellen's portrayal. I'm just saying, as far as comic like look, to me, I would have preferred somebody with more like aged at that kind of fit. You get what I'm saying? Like if
Yeah.
you go, look, yeah. So nothing against Ian McKellen,
Someone
just
that can like grow into the role.
yeah, or kind of like look older, because in the comics, Magneto looks old, but at the same time he's ripped. You know what I mean? Like he's ripped, an older man, nice flowing gray hair. So, I mean that's a small gripe. So yeah, number 6, we both got Magneto, and that is crazy.
Hmm.
Wow. Um, number five, I definitely have to give number five to uh, the the Green Goblin is my number five. Now this is not just movies related. I feel like aside from movies, this comic accuracy. I love the Green Goblin's character. I always have. I just think he's a fascinating character. I love the design choice in both the movies and the comics. I don't like the design choice in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, on how they tried to make. When you watch it, you'll see. I don't like that design choice, but I think he's very. It's a fun character, man. Norman Osborn. Um, Aside from movies, comic wise, I love him. But even in movies, Willem Dafoe's portrayal of the Goblin has always been one of my favorites. So that's my number five.
Number five for me is the big bad villain that everybody grew to love, Thanos. I agreed with him whenever he wanted to snap the world. But yeah, Thanos number five.
You're a monster.
I am.
Perfectly
Yeah,
balanced. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Um, Thanos is actually my number four pick. Thanos is my number four.
that's funny.
Comic wise, he's crazy. I know that we'll never get the comic version of Thanos on the big screen because it's too much. But in comics, when he fights the Avengers, uh, he basically obliterates them, man, and like in crazy ways. And I would have loved to see it. In fact, there's a deleted scene from the Avengers, like behind the scenes, and he snaps the neck of Captain America. And so that would have been. I mean, I would have loved to see it. Um, but no, we didn't get that. But other than that, I like Thanos. I think he's great. I think he's like an angry grimace, you know. So yeah, that's my number five pick. Thanos. I mean four. Sorry, it's my number four pick.
My number four pick is your number five pick, Green Goblin.
Mm.
William Defoe's portrayal of him is top notch. The OG Spider-Man, and then he reinvented it, I think, in No Way Home. Uh,
Oh, beautiful.
Willem Dafoe is just fantastic playing Green Goblin. His costume design, like you said, is immaculate. I haven't seen the Amazing
Hmm.
Spider-Man 2, so I don't know. I think I've seen images of it though, and the images I saw look crappy if
Yeah,
it's the
it's not
correct
good.
ones.
It's not good.
But yeah, Green Goblin number four.
Mm. Beautiful choice. My number three goes to Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is a magnificent comic book character. And you know what? To be honest with you, as like people will dog on the Fantastic Four films, but I think the design for Doctor Doom was really freaking cool. Like even the sequel where he had the cloak and everything, like it looked really legit. The Fantastic Four by Josh Trank. I won't talk about that Doctor Doom, but the older Doctor Doom, um, definitely I rock with. Uh, I wouldn't want to be in Doctor Doom's way. I wouldn't want to fight him. If they wanted me to be in the Fantastic Four, I would tell them fantastic. No, I don't want no. So that comes in. Doctor Doom comes in at my number three pick.
I can't wait till we talk about the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that's what I said. The Josh Trank version. Hmm.
My number three is
Hmm.
Killmonger. I don't know if it's more that I like the character over Michael B. Jordan playing him,
Hmm.
but yeah, I like Killmonger. Black Panther I recently saw like a year back or so, and
Hmm.
Killmonger was really good. I like him.
Yeah, I like Killmonger's character as well. I think Killmonger's phenomenal. And even I love Michael B. Jordan. So even if we're not sticking specifically with this being a list for the movies, I still think that the portrayal of Michael B. Jordan brought to it was phenomenal. My number two pick is Loki. Loki takes my number two pick.
We have the same number two.
Okay, you Loki as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Loki is my number two pick. I think the character is just I think it's brought. I keep saying and a lot. The character has been portrayed perfectly by Tom Hiddleston.
I think he completely embodies that role. I love seeing him on screen. I love seeing him bring this character to life. It always makes me feel like that's the only version of Loki that I ever want to see on the big screen, on the screen in general. But if you watch Son of the Mask, there's Alan Cummings who tries to play Loki. I don't know if you've ever seen that film. Don't waste your time. But yeah, that's not Loki. Um, but yeah, that's my Loki, the God of Mischief, is my number two, and well, your number two as well.
Yeah, everything you said. His portrayal of Loki is great.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, the Loki series was great as well. I think that's what brought out my love for Loki even more.
Wow, wow, Loki for the win.
Loki for the win. Let's see if we have the same number one.
Okay, so my number one. This is strictly outside of MCU on-screen appearances, or even outside of the MCU. This is like from comics wise. Venom is my number one. Um, I love Venom, dude. I've loved Venom since I watched the animated series of Spider-Man. Growing up, I just love his character. I love the design. I do not love Topher Grace's portrayal of Venom at all. I banish that to the lower. I love Tom Hardy, but the Venom films have made Venom look like a joke in some aspects, and I don't want Venom to be a comedian to me. I want Venom to be like this crazy badass character, that really like instills fear, that has a way of letting the symbiote kind of control him. Uh, and don't get me wrong, design wise for the Venom films, I think it's pretty cool. I like it. I just don't like the voice and the way that they've kind of made it to be fun. But I strictly blame that on Sony for doing that to Venom. But yes, Venom is my number one pick as far as favorite villains.
My number one, my favorite villain in the Marvel is the Winter Soldier. He,
Okay, I'm mad.
we all saw, the Winter Soldier. He obviously almost defeated Captain America. I think he should have actually, even though Captain America is my favorite. And Bucky Barnes, what's his name? Sebastian Stan plays a real good Bucky Barnes, real good Winter Soldier. Yeah,
The reason I can't stand you right now is because I had him on my list, but I was like, no, what if he's not really considered a villain anymore though? Because he's kind of like part of the Avengers now, and so I took him off. But that is an excellent choice.
I
I'm
mean,
glad you stuck with it. You saw it
Lo-
through.
Loki switched. He's not a villain anymore, but we still had Loki on the list.
Is Loki not a villain anymore though?
I don't know, man. He kind of
Remember, the
went.
one that we saw in the series was a variant.
Yeah, yeah, but he kind of like, before he died.
Okay, okay.
I
I
think
don't
like
know. I don't
in
know. I mean,
wrestling
that's up in
terms,
the
he's
air.
more of a tweener in wrestling
Okay,
terms.
a tweener. Okay.
A tweener.
Uh, yeah. So that is our top. That is what do we call it? The sinister. What do
Uh,
we name this again?
Top
Our
six sinister lists, I think.
yeah. Our top sinister six list. Uh, yep. There you have it.
If
Coming at you.
you hate any of these ones that we listed, comment down below and like tell us. You can also like
Yeah.
tell us to fuck off if you think this list is stupid,
Yeah. Or you
or
can
give me
tell
your
us like
list.
who y'all consider um your number ones and stuff like that.
If you think I cheated, then let me know about down below.
If you think you cheated.
Yeah, but yeah, let's get into it. Today's
Okay.
review is X-Men. I think last week we said it. We'll start off with the trailer. So here's a trailer for you guys to watch and see and listen to.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now seeing the beginnings of another stage of human evolution.
The truth is,
That trailer was like so early 2000s.
It had this music still. It had the music.
Yeah.
That little music.
Was any
Not
of that
only
music
that,
even playing in the movie?
no.
Like there was
Um,
hardly any music in, right?
yeah, there was hardly any music. And the thing that makes me laugh about the trailer is that, gosh, show everything?
Yeah.
Show everything? It was kind of like all over the place. And then it took time to name every single character you're going to see in the film. Like that's funny.
No
That's
surprises.
hilarious. That's
Um,
funny, dude.
let's see. Synopsis: in a world where mutants, evolved superpower humans exist and are discriminated against, two groups form for an inevitable clash: the Supremacist Brotherhood and the Pacifist X-Men. That's brought to you by IMDb. If IMDb wants to sponsor us, yeah, let us know. It was directed by Bryan Singer,
Yeah.
who's also has directed other
Superman
movies.
Returns.
Yeah,
With
Superman
Brandon Ruth.
Returns.
Yep.
Um, did he direct that one?
Yeah, Superman Returns. Yeah. The one with
As him as
Brandon
a
Ruth in
producer.
the. Oh, he was a producer? They made him seem like he was the director. He used to have a the Wizard comics that used to come out. They were called Wizard, and it was like all like geeky pop culture, and they made it seem like he was the director. Then he was just a producer. I feel stupid now. I'm gonna
I
go ahead
think
and jump off the podcast, guys. I'm sorry.
I think that's the only movie he's directed actually, because everything else here list. Oh wait, right here, director. Oh, he directed Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good film.
X-Men: Days of Future Past. Oh yeah, Superman Returns. I don't know why I had him as a producer over here. I guess he's a producer as well.
Oh, but it is the director as well.
Yeah. X-Men.
Nice. Okay.
X-Men 2, X-Men United.
X2, X United. I'm glad that I wasn't wrong and I can still be on the podcast.
He was also an actor in X-Men Apocalypse and Days of Future Past.
Ooh.
But that doesn't matter. Now he was the
Ooh.
director, and it stars Patrick Stewart as Dr. Xavier, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine
Mm-hmm.
/ Logan, um, Ian McKellen as Magneto. Is that how you pronounce it, McKellen?
Mm-hmm.
Frank Jansen as Jean Grey, James Marsden as Cyclops, Halle Berry as Storm,
Halle Berry.
Tyler Main as Sabertooth, Anna Paquin as Rogue.
Anna Paquin. Hey,
Um,
what did you call Jean Grey? You said Famke Janssen?
what?
How did you pronounce her name? Jean Grey?
Jean
Like her
Grey.
actual name? The
Uh,
actress?
Framkane Jansen. Yeah, that looks like an M to me.
I've
Famke.
never I've
Famke.
never understood how to pronounce that name, man. To this day, I don't understand how. I've always just said Famke or Famke. You know what's crazy about this cast is that Ray Park, that's Darth Maul. Ray Park is actually
Yeah.
he played Toad. Yeah, he's well versed, and he played Snake Eyes in the old GI Joe film, the 2008 one. He's like well versed in mixed martial arts, so it was really fun to see him in this. And then Tyler Main
Yeah,
was
he was.
Michael Myers in the Rob Zombie films.
I was about to say as
Yes,
well.
and then Rebecca Romijn. I only know her because she used to be married to John Stamos. I don't know if they're still married. Well, it still says as Rebecca Romijn Stamos, so I don't know. Didn't mean to cut you off there. I just thought Famke. I wanted to be like. I wanted to hear your pronunciation because to this day I'm like, how do you pronounce that
Yeah,
woman's
I
name?
thought it was like Frank. I thought I saw an R, and I thought it was like an M instead of an N. That's why I was like, oh,
Hmm.
Framke, but there's no R in it, so I guess Famke.
Yeah.
Need one of those Facebook. You know, they have like the pronunciations now on your Facebook page.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need to find if she has a Facebook and hopefully the pronunciation's underneath so I can pronounce it right.
Yeah. I think that was it for cast and crew for the most part. Uh, you want to give it a rating before we get into it?
Yeah, but I want to hear your rating first.
You know, coming into this movie, I watched it today, like 2-3 hours before the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and I watched it. I think the first time I watched it was like back in 2010 or so, when I was getting into X-Men, or like 2008,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed them whenever I was younger. I had all of them, bought all of them when they were like $5 at Walmart. I
Uh-huh.
watched all of them. So, it was whenever Days of Future Past was coming out. I was getting ready to go see it,
Okay.
which is funny because I
Yeah.
never went to go see it. But yeah, but I enjoyed them back then, and I really thought I was like, it's a 2000 movie. I probably ain't gonna enjoy it. Just Wolverine probably. I really enjoyed it. If I were to give it a rating out of 6 Infinity Stones, everybody's portrayal, like, I didn't lose my interest at all. Like Blade last week, I wasn't on my phone or anything. I was like just there enjoying it, eating breakfast while and watching it and everything. And I'd give this a five Infinity Stones out of 6.
Wow. Um, you know, I'm gonna stop it at a 4.5. But I thoroughly enjoyed this film. I mean, again, I saw this as a kid, and then I've seen it again like throughout the years here and there. But I actually was able to sit down now as an adult, and that holds a lot of, I guess, relevance. It's so relevant to say that because I have better understanding for what's going on in the film. I know what's happening. Uh, I understand. It's not just like a whoa, that's so cool. It's more like a okay, there's a storyline. There's this. I did not lose interest from start to finish. There were times where I needed to pause it because I had to go do something and I didn't want to pause it. I was like, no, I don't want to lose. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I don't want to lose interest. I don't want to like get distracted, and I don't think I ever did. I think it paced itself well for the hour and 49 minutes that it is, and it never felt like it dragged on. It felt like everything was so nicely paced. Like how it started and how I never felt like it was 1 minute this, 1 minute that. Like 1 minute was this and then the next minute they're doing this. It felt like it was like let's give it some time to give some of the backstories and introduce characters and then combine them with other characters. But the way every character played off of each other uh, and the interactions, this is a solid film, and that's why I give it 4.5. This is a really good film. I'm actually excited to get into the sequels now, even though I've seen them, just because now I can enjoy these a lot more. Like as much as I enjoyed this, so this one's solid. It's cemented. Have been saying for years I cannot wait. Like of course we don't want to see recasting, but I wanted the X-Men to be part of the MCU. But now that we're getting it and I'm going back to see this, I'm like, do I want there to be another X-Men film where these people aren't the characters? So yeah, man, 4.5 Infinity Stones. A solid 5 though is even fitting too. I enjoy that as well. And the use of CGI in this film, I feel for what it was worth, they didn't turn to it a lot. It was you knew when they needed to use it because of the characters that it had to be used, but they try to avoid it a lot. You know what I mean? It's like I love that's what I love about CGI back then is that CGI wasn't a necessary thing. It was only if we need it we're gonna use it. You get what I'm saying? Only if we have to use it, we'll use it. Can we show Wolverine jumping off the side of the Statue of Liberty? No, but if we CGI him, we can make that happen. You get what I'm saying? I feel like nowadays CGI is so overused. It's just like, yes, let's CGI every damn thing. And I think that's why I have so much respect for Sam Raimi because he tries to stick to practical as much as he possibly can before heading the CGI route. And I give props to Bryan Singer for doing the same thing with this film. So yeah, 4.5 is my rating.
That was a solid little spoiler-free review. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I honestly thought I was gonna hate it or like not be interested in it, but I'm really glad I enjoyed it.
Yes.
Favorite scenes. One of my favorite scenes in it.
Beautiful.
There's a whole bunch of good scenes in this movie, actually.
Yes,
But
there is. There is.
the thing I liked about this movie is that I told you last week, Marvel is owned by Disney now, as we all know, and it's more kid-friendly and more jokes, more comedy, and all that. And lately, they've been like using too much of it. This movie had the right
Yeah.
amount of comedy in it.
Yes.
One of one of my favorite lines was when Wolverine's joining them and everything, and they have their suits on, and he's like, "What do you want? The yellow spandex?"
Yes, he's like, y'all really go out in these? He's like, what would you prefer, yellow spandex? And I'm like, it's just so good, man. I'm gonna let you finish, but yeah, I got so much to say on this.
Oh,
But
I'm already done. Like that, I just found that funny.
The with these scenes is like the dialogue in this film to me is by far it's so good. I can catch backlash. Y'all can come at me. The dialogue in this film and the way that each of these actors plays with each other is so freaking perfect, man. Like, the introduction of Wolverine. You know, we first see him we just see the back of him, and he's fighting in the cage. You know what I mean? And then we get to see him up front, you know, kicking ass, and just like, you know, one of my favorite scenes is when he pulls his half RV, half truck over to the side of the road, opens the back, and Rogue's there, and he's like, "You need to get out of here, get out, go." And she's like, "Where am I supposed to go?" He's like, "I don't know." She's like, "You don't know or you don't care? Pick one." And he starts to walk off, and she's like, "I saved your life," you know. And then like it was just because it seems like Wolverine that you don't know or you don't care. Pick one. And then he walks away like, I don't give a shit. But then a part of him is like, you know what? I feel bad. Let me go pick up this girl. I'm eating jerky right now. And that's simply because when I was younger, when Rogue says, "I'm hungry," I didn't know what she grabbed. In my head, I always thought it was chocolate. I thought he grabbed her chocolate and she was eating like a Crunch bar or something, or Hershey's bar. She's eating jerky. She's eating freaking jerky. And for some reason, when I was younger, that scene always stuck with me. And it just, again, like, it's just the dialogue in this film, man. I would say above scenes. I don't want to go too far. Are there any other scenes that you really like before I go on a tangent?
Um, more of the comedy scenes were really good. Um, his fighting scene with Mystique, I really liked.
Oh, gosh, that was good.
Toad, I like Toad. The way he came in with his tongue, did the I don't fucking know, just did whatever and then kicked him.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
his first scene, I was like, that's pretty dope and everything. But
Don't you people ever die?
yeah, and then
Yeah.
Storm telling him, you know what happens with Toad and Lightning, the same
The
thing,
same
and she
thing
doesn't
that
like
happens to
why the
everything
fuck do you
else.
even say it?
Do you want to know what happens when lightning strikes a toad? The same thing that happens to everything else. But like, it's just that the toad. Yeah, the toad. I liked him, but I hated him. But I think that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to hate his character because he's an asshole. So that's the way I felt. You know, like every time he got away, I'm like, just kick his ass already, kill him. You know. But it was like, that's good because you're portraying the character where I hate him. You know. Uh, I would say that like just like the dialogue again, like whenever she's like, "Do those hurt when they come out?" You know, to his claws, and I like whenever he's like, "I suppose you're gonna tell me to stay away from your girl." And he's like, "No, if I had to tell you to stay away from her, she wouldn't be my girl." And then he's like, "I think you're upset because you let a boy save your life. Next time I might not be there. By the way, Logan, stay away from my girl." Like the whole dialogue with Cyclops and freaking Wolverine is so perfect. Even to where, how do we know it's you? You're a dick. Okay. Yeah. You're a dick. He's like, yeah. I just thought it was so good. Like the way it's already it's there. You know that he has a thing for Jean Grey. You know that Jean Grey's with Cyclops. You know that Cyclops sees it. You know, I want to say Scott because that's his name, Scott. You know that Scott sees it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's just man, they just have a way of playing with each other. The dialogue with Magneto and Professor Xavier is so perfect. In fact, it's mirrored from the beginning of the movie all the way into the end because there were a few. For example, I'm pulling up the what I wrote down. It says, "Why do you ask questions for which you already know the answers?" That was one of the things they said at the beginning of the film and at the close of the film. And another thing that I really love is when Professor X is looking at Magneto and says, "I feel a great swell of pity for the poor soul who comes to that school looking for trouble." You know, like it's just it's oh man, I feel like I'm geeking out. I'm fangirling over this film. But it's just
Fanboy.
yes, and yeah, I'm fanboying over this film really hard right now. The fight scene again with Mystique and Wolverine is so cool, especially again the use of CGI when she does that kick and she twists her body and goes from being Wolverine to Mystique. You know what I mean? I thought that was really cool. And at the time, I'm pretty sure that was the CGI that we deemed acceptable. So I'm pretty sure at the time everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, that was crazy." Nowadays, you probably be like, "Ah, the CGI is wonky." It's like, yeah, dude, because we've upgraded throughout the years. But no, that scene was so freaking cool, man. Everything about it, like it just the fight scene was great. The fight scenes with with when Wolverine first encounters Sabertooth. And again, I love this version of Sabertooth. I love Tyler Mane because he has like this comic feel to him. He's tall. The dude's huge, long mane. It feels like he is Sabertooth as compared to um, Lee Schreiber's Sabertooth in X-Men Origins Wolverine. Not that I hated him. It's just that look compared to the Tyler Mane look, it's just doesn't hold up. It's not as good. And for that, round of applause for X-Men. It just so many great scenes, man. I loved it. I loved this film.
Yeah, it was really good. I did like Tyler Mane's portrayal of Sabretooth. It was really good. I remember when I saw him, I was like, yeah, I was like, this is Tyler Mane. I had to look it up. I was like, yeah, for sure, it's Tyler Mane. Um, least favorite plot holes or what you would have done better. Um, I have nothing honestly. If I have anything, it'll be like nitpicks, but that's about it.
Um, I feel you on that. I think the only thing that because about this film is that you're gonna see a lot of characters appear in this film that are recasted in the second film. And what I mean by that is they were small. For example, you have Iceman, and Iceman stays Iceman through all three films. But if you pay attention to Pyro, that was the guy that was wielding the fire in front of whenever he turns it into ice and it falls. That guy, Pyro, it's not the same actor in the second film because he has a bigger role and it's not the same actor. Kitty Pryde is in this one, but Ellen Page is Kitty. Well, now it's Elliot Page is Kitty Pryde for the sequels. So you know, it's just like I love it because there's even at one point I think where I think even Jubilee's sitting there. That's another X-Men character. But again, these little nods to these characters where they would later kind of develop more. You know what I mean? Or be like, now we saw the success of the first one, we can really play around with them for the sequels. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think I have myself had anything that I didn't like about the film. I don't think I sat there and was like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it was very clear to the point. We knew what was going on. It's the war on mutants and America and how they feel about mutants and how, they can pose a threat and they don't know, how to feel about them. And you have one side where Professor X is kind of like, I want to show the world that we're not bad people, and that we can be useful. And then you have Magneto who's like, no, screw it. We should be treated like, just we shouldn't have to prove that we're bad, that we're not bad people. They shouldn't look at us any different, So it's just that war, and that's what makes this movie fun, man. And so no, I don't think I had any least favorite scenes. I think I enjoyed it from start to finish.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
After that, it's taglines. The tagline for this film was trust a few, fear the rest. Trust a few, fear the rest.
Fear the rest. I think that's good. Trust a few, fear the rest. I don't. I had one, but no, it's not. Because mine was like, what if I said they're more than a team, they're family? But then it sounds like a Fast and Furious film. Yeah.
They could have used it back in the day, though.
Yeah, they could have. But no, you can't use that now.
I think any of the lines between Magneto and Professor X to each other, you could use it.
Yeah. Any of the dialogue that they used at any point in the film could be a tagline for this film. That's as far as taglines go. We're sorry if we let y'all down with that one. Don't. That's gonna happen sometimes, guys. All right, we're trying our best here. Our brains only work, kid. I forgot what scientists say. We only use so much of our brain, and I'm using all of that engine to try to come up with something. So forgive me.
We could just use a tagline. What does it say? Not finished yet, bub.
Yeah. Bub.
We have a fan cast. Do you have anybody you would want portrayed as Professor X or as Wolverine or as Rogue?
It's crazy because seeing these people portray these characters for so long, it's hard to see anybody else take on their characters. For example, I think that James McAvoy playing a younger Professor X is perfect. Like James McAvoy just has a way of acting where, when we see that in the future films, or James McAvoy's Professor X, where we see Michael Fassbender play a younger uh, Magneto, where we see Jennifer Lawrence play a younger Mystique, that it works because they embody their characters, you know, they embody these characters well enough to be like, oh, okay, like it works. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so when it comes to Wolverine, because that's for 17 years, Wolverine was portrayed by freaking Hugh Jackman, and it's just you can't replace that. You get what I'm saying? You can't. I say 17 years because 2017 was Logan, but I think in Dark Phoenix, I mean, yeah, the X-Men Dark Phoenix, the newer one from 2019, I think there's a Weapon X scene in there, and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. So I want to say for 19 years, then Hugh Jackman has portrayed Wolverine, and I can't see anybody. But if they are to recast, I say go shorter, and this is because in the comics Wolverine is short. He's a short dude. Lined up with the rest, he's a short guy. And right now, kind of running to the internet is that Taron Egerton has sat down in talks with Marvel, and people are assuming it's for the role of Wolverine. And Taron Egerton's 5'9". Dude, I'm 5'6". Okay, I'm a short dude. I'm a short king. I don't care. All right. The thing is, in being 5'9", you're still considered short by today's standards. So I think that sizing for this character, I like Taron Egerton. He's the one from the Kingsman movies. He played Elton John in The Rocket Man. He played the gorilla in both Scene 1 and 2. So I think I can work with that casting. I think I'd like to see Taron Egerton take on the role of Wolverine. I think I can see it. I think he could bring something to the character. Of course, they're wanting to go young because I'm pretty sure Marvel wants to milk the X-Men as much as they can. Disney, leave. My goodness, leave. Because I can tell you right now, if we get a Disney X-Men, Disney Marvel X-Men, we ain't going to see the badass shit we saw in this first X-Men film. We're not. We're going to see cookie-cuttered, watered-down X-Men the musical. I don't care. Y'all are going to hate me for saying that. Y'all act like it's very noticeable. This is a fear I had whenever Disney wanted to buy Marvel. And it's just, the more and more these films are made, the more we see it. You're like, don't get me wrong, Thor: Love and Thunder looks very fun because of the director, but I do not want to see an X-Men film done in the same way. I don't. So that's where I stand as far as fan casting goes. With just the rumors of Taron Egerton, I'd like to see him play Wolverine.
Okay, so bear with me.
Okay.
Bear with me. What if we get the portrayal of Wolverine, Logan, by Michael Cera?
As long as Jonah Hill is Cyclops.
No, Jonah Hill is going to be Professor X.
You mean the Shia LaBeouf is the Beast?
And we have The Rock as Magneto.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I couldn't think of anybody. You said it. He's been playing Wolverine for 17 years. We got, what's his name? Patrick Stewart, right?
Patrick Stewart, yeah, that's Magneto. I mean, Professor X.
Professor X in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yes, we did.
Like, I can't see him played by anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't seen Days of Future Past, so I don't know. I haven't seen them either portraying the characters, the new actors, and all that. So I don't know.
Yeah. Ty Sheridan from Ready Player One is Cyclops in that era of the younger ones. And in X-Men Origins, it's another young Cyclops, another guy that has. I think James Marsden though as Cyclops was really fun. Now he's talking nothing but CGI pets and animals, but He's doing good in the Sonic films.
I think if I was doing anybody, it would be Cyclops, and yeah, I know I'm a big wrestling fan and everything. I think he was in a few movies, but Dolph Ziggler I think will play a good Cyclops.
I gotta look that up now.
Yeah, he's
Dolph Ziggler.
yeah, Dolph Ziggler, DOLPH Ziggler,
Yeah, so he's like Dolph Lundgren, but Dolph Ziggler.
or even I think the Miz will play a good Cyclops as well.
I can see the Miz playing Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, yeah. I
I'm
think he's
sorry
pushing
if
for that too.
I may not, actually, dude, bro, I can even see Dolph Ziggler playing Sabertooth. This picture right here. Hold on, let me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Scruffy. He doesn't always have that, but yeah, with his scruffiness,
yeah, the
definitely feels well.
scruffiness.
He's not
Is
that
he a
tall though.
he's not that tall.
He's like 6 feet, I think.
Well, Tom Cruise is my height, and yet he looks as tall as everybody else in the movies he comes out in. So
Yeah,
Hollywood will make it work.
but
Yeah, that's pretty
yeah,
good. That's good. And then the Miz, yeah. Every time I think of Johnny Cage, I think of the Miz for some reason.
I think The Rock will play a
Um,
good Professor X since he's bald as well.
One heavy, swole ass Professor X. He won't even have to. You won't even need the X Men.
People will just be scared of him.
Yeah, you just see the Rock and that's it. He's like, yeah, believe us, we're not gonna f around. Oh man, who played? Oh yeah, who was it? Tracy Morgan was Professor X in Epic movie, one of the spoofs,
Yeah.
or was it a superhero movie? One of those.
Hmm.
Is Epic movie or superhero movie? Oh gosh, dude, it's funny.
Next up, should it be MCU or MC No? I think it should.
I think yeah, I'd definitely love for them to open up the multiverse and include these characters. Um, it'd be really fun to see Hugh Jackman's Wolverine come in at some point. To see Patrick Stewart, which we've seen in the Multiverse of Madness, so that was fun. But I'd love to see it more. I'd love to see more of these characters. Because I want to talk about so many other characters that are not even we haven't reviewed the movies for yet. So it's like I want to be, when we get around, I'll definitely expand more on who I want to see in the MCU. But for me, this is an MCU. Yeah, MCU for sure.
That's pretty much it. The last one we got is everybody's favorite segment. Got the fight list. Who's
Ooh.
being added to the fight list this week?
Manny Chill.
Manny Chill, yeah.
Manny.
I forget. I need to edit that thing, that little snippet.
Yes, we're the Daddy Chill. What the hell is even that? Let's see. So you gave it a 5. I gave it a 4.5. We put this movie up there. All right. So I'm gonna look for people that trash talk this film. So we're gonna go to the reviews. What the heck? Kissing mistake is partial. Someone in church. Okay, reviews. And then go to the ones.
Can we do it by the 1 star, but can we do it by the review date? People who have rated this movie this year.
Okay, yeah. How do I get to the review date? What do I go to that?
Filter by, it says rating. Right next to it will be sort by review date.
Sort by review date. Oh wait, no. Review date. Okay, and then I hit refine.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So wow. So this one was this year, May the 6th. Okay. Let's read this. Thank you for that. Cool, because I could be possibly fighting people that no longer exist. And that would be effed up. Some family out there is crying. He's gonna attack our child's grave. I will. If that's what it takes. Told you, rated E for everyone. Even if they're non existent anymore. This one is by Rudy Can't Fell. Well, you already did by giving this, 1-star review. So no, just no. Okay. X-Men, released in 2000, is corny and plain dull. It's like a throwback to 1980s movie. The special effects are lame. The storyline and music to go with it are just terrible. The acting poor to say the least. My goodness, this is a shockingly bad movie. There's nothing entertaining about it. The producers of this movie are in a retro time warp, and it just does not work. The acting is as bad as the script. Oh dear, oh dear. Why was this, film made? Question marks. Has Marvel movies tried to self-destruct with this pile of cinematic crap? 1 star out of 10. Only because I cannot give it a 0. First of all, I just want to say you're a fucking idiot. Excuse my language, but to degrade fucking 80s movies like this movie didn't feel like a 1980s film. And I feel like Rudy Can't Fail, you obviously did, because you don't even know your time periods. Nothing about this damn movie felt like it was made in the 1980s. You obviously have never seen a 1980s film, and I love 80s films, okay? But I'm not gonna let you call even action films made in the damn. Did this feel like Die Hard to you ever? While you were watching this, no? It didn't feel like Die Hard. Did it feel like Terminator? I didn't feel like Terminator to me. It didn't feel like Terminator to me. No, that's stupid. Don't. Oh my gosh. And then you have the audacity to say it's just corny and plain dull. The special effects are for a movie made in the 2000s, Rudy. For a movie made in the 2000s, you're gonna say the effects are lame. For a movie made in the oh brother, man, I feel like you're. You know what? No, I know exactly what type of fan this is. This is a fan. This is you. You're a Gen Z kid. You're a Gen Z kid. I can already tell. You're Gen Z. You saw Infinity War in theaters, and it made you what's it called? It made you call yourself a fan of Marvel. So after watching Infinity War, you went back and watched all the Marvel films. But you didn't watch them all because you didn't know that there was movies that existed outside of the MCU. And then let's see, May 6th, you definitely were watching this movie to brush up on Multiverse of Madness. Because they were probably like, there's going to be a Professor X. And you're like, Professor X, who's that? Oh, wait, there was an X-Men movie in the 2000s? So you went and you watched this film. So you're a Gen Z kid who was a baby when this film came out, meaning that your eyes probably couldn't even open when I was sitting there, little tubby me, with a bowl full of popcorn, enjoying this masterpiece. So now you have the audacity to go back and watch this film and critique it. The storyline and music, the acting was poor to say. Where was the acting ever poor? These guys played off of each other. You're going to call Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen poor actors? You're going to call Gandalf the Great, Gandalf the White, a poor actor? You're going to call Ian McKellen, you're going to call Patrick Stewart, who's best known for his roles as Picard in Star Trek, a bad actor? Do you not understand that both Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen have Sir in front of their name? That already says they're way better than you. They're way better than you. Anybody with Sir in front of their name is already 10 times cooler. They're already 10 times cooler. By the way, there is this one thing that you can get sponsored by where we can own a piece of land in like Scotland for like $50 and we get the title Sir over our name. So if you're listening to our podcast, I would definitely point you out there because I definitely want to buy a piece of land in Scotland. Like it's a small piece, but just by doing that, you can become Sir. And I want Sir in front of my name. That's how free. That's what I'm going. I'm going to the lengths to do that. I'm willing to pay money. Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart never had to do that. I do because I'm not as cool as them. I wanna. And then he says, "What's up?"
All right, go ahead, finish.
No. He says, "Has Marvel movies?" First of all, have is what you're looking for. Have Marvel movies tried to self-destruct with this pile of cinematic crap? You're really saying that when the only previous Marvel film was Blade? I mean, yes, you have your other ones that were made in the 80s and stuff, like even Howard the Duck, which are considered in the length, but they were never completely Marvel. You know? You have those, or you have like the old like TV movies and things like that. You have Dolph Lundgren as Punisher at one point. But for him to say that, like, this is it. One, and then you say 1 star only because you can't give it a 0. You didn't even have to review this, Rudy. You didn't have to. You could have kept scrolling. I don't know what pronoun you use on yourself, but I want to give you some new ones. Dumb and ass are your pronouns, okay? And that's what you should be referred to as the rest of your life, a dumbass, because that is the dumbest piece of shit I've ever seen somebody write about this movie. And you can catch hands, Rudy, because these hands are rated E for everyone when you end up on my fight list. All right, I'm gonna knock you so hard you're gonna turn into that same water that the senator turned into towards the end of the film. I'm gonna knock you out that bad just for talking shit about this film. You've made the
Return
fight
to Corpus
list.
Christi water.
Yeah, you're gonna turn into Corpus Christi. You're gonna turn into the water at the main beach. It's salty as shit. It don't taste too great. That's the water I'm about to turn you into, bro. Or whatever. Again, rated E for everyone. You can catch these hands, you can catch this fade. Rudy can't fail. You did fail, and you failed terribly. I hope you make your parents proud. You don't. You don't make your parents proud.
So I clicked on his name. He has 231 reviews.
Oh,
And
Lord.
he reviewed Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. Gave it a 3 out of 10. Too much of the same rubbish. He went on to review a whole bunch of different movies. Saving Private Ryan, gave it 10 stars. Fantastic Four, 2015, 3 out of 10. The other Fantastic Four, Rise of Silver Surfer,
Wait,
3 out of 10.
Oh, this motherfucker.
He gave
Hold on,
Black
bro.
Panther. Where was it at? Damn it. I think Black Panther gave it a 3 out of 10. Or was it a 2? Let me check real quick. 2 out of 10. What the fuck is this crap?
Okay, hold on, bro. I'm so sorry. Are you telling me that he please be with me, please be with me, please be with me. Are you telling me, bro, that he gave the 20 Pardon the language, I know I'm a Christian, but fuck you, Rudy. I just saw that you gave Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle 10 out of 10 fucking stars. Fuck you with the capital F-U-C fucking K. Fuck you. Again, guys, if you listen to this podcast, I cuss. Okay? I'm a Christian and I cuss. And I cuss way too much. Blame it on my mom. That was her entire vocabulary, okay? You are not going to give something like that a 10 out of 10 and then shit on X-Men. You are not going to give 3 stars to the 2015 Fantastic Four with the A replacing the 4 in the fucking title and have the audacity to give this movie a 0. I'm going to find you. Ooh, no, man. I'm actually heated right now. And I don't even know this person. I don't even know this person. Hands are ready to eat for everyone. So if you hear a knock at your door, it's not Favor. It's not DoorDash. It's not Amazon with your package. It's these hands. Okay?
He gave
These
Despicable
hands.
Me 10 out of 10.
I don't hate Despicable Me.
I don't hate it either, but like,
But I get what you're saying. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10 either. I don't. I hate the fact that he gave The Amazing Spider-Man a good review. I'll still fuck him up. Okay? I don't care.
Spider-Man
I
Far From
will.
Home 3 out of 10.
I'm heated. This person is stupid.
I hope we come back to this guy and like look at some of his reviews for the next movies we do.
Oh man, imagine.
He gave Joker 2 out of 10.
Nah,
Fuck this
this
guy.
person is just seeking attention. Just seeking attention.
I have not been so bored of watching a movie for a while now. But this one pretty much tops the list. I'm really tired of the laughing. It is beyond annoying now. I realize that the movie is about a serious matter and the part was well played, but it was just so boring to watch. Not recommended at all.
You're right. It's only movies like Despicable Me and Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle that get his engines running. I forgot. No wonder these movies probably suck to you. They don't have a minion or some type of CGI monster or Kevin Hart in it, they're not fun for they're not fun for Rudy.
He gave both Jumanjis 10 out of 10. Both of the new ones.
Yeah, there you go, man. We're definitely dealing with somebody. Yeah, I wasn't lying. I profiled this person correctly. I profiled them correctly, and I'm correct.
If y'all
I
guys
don't care what they say.
want to send hate to him, y'all can go and put 0
Yeah,
on his reviews
yeah. You know
on
what?
IMDb.
Can you do that? Can you rate his reviews?
Not really. You can do like found this helpful.
You found this not helpful. Yeah,
Yeah.
I went ahead and gave it a not helpful review. I'd have slapped you in the face, Rudy.
Yeah, but that was our
not doing that,
episode.
man. Not doing that.
Rudy can't fail. You've been added to the fight list.
You have.
There's no way you're getting out of it. So just
Nope.
accept your fate.
Yep.
And stop reviewing movies, dude. Like, goddamn. 231.
Yeah, just go ahead and delete your IMDb app. By the way, for those of y'all who are wondering what we're using IMDb. If you need help finding out who maybe that actor was that you just saw in a film or an actress that you just saw in a film, you can simply download the IMDb app and they have everything that you're looking for. I'm talking about maybe you just saw the newest season of Stranger Things, but you don't remember the episode that Eddie first appeared on, or maybe you want to know what Eddie's real name is. You can even go as far as clicking on the titles of the episodes, and they give full cast, they give the music that's played, they give you reviews. IMDb has it all. And am I sucking up to them? Of course I am, because IMDb, if you hear this podcast, we'd love to have y'all as a sponsor. It'd be amazing. You want to sponsor this podcast? Send me and Franco out to some red carpet premieres of some films. We're so down. I'll buy a suit. And then go watch Minions, because that seems like what everybody's doing right now, buying suits and going to see Minions. I will buy a suit.
You're going to hate him more. He gave Zack Snyder's Justice League a 6. Suicide Squad, much better at a 7. But yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you're listening, we're also on video. You can see our lovely faces. Emo Swell Productions. That's EMOSEWA, or awesome spelled backwards. You go watch our stuff. We have a whole bunch of podcasts on this channel. We have the FanBoy podcast, which you can catch every other Sunday. And opposite of those Sundays, you can catch Behind the Mask with Mr. Fuentes, where me and Mr. Fuentes go and talk about his music, his lyrics, his meaning, and all that other good stuff. Every other Friday, you can listen to Tiffany, Mr. Fuentes, and Drew Dredd talking about Stranger Things. And every Wednesday, you catch Friday the 14th podcast, or Friday the 14th podcast UHG, another horror movie review. And Tuesdays and Thursdays, you catch a wrestling full match or a wrestling highlight from me. And Saturdays, an Uwu, all new Uwu. Awesome Wrestling
The
Impact
Cinnamon
Noir
Movie
Impact cards with
podcast as well.
wrestlers. What?
The Cinnamon Movie podcast as well?
Yes, every Monday, you catch the Cinnamon Movie podcast live at between 7 and 9 p.m.
Beautiful.
That was a lot to say.
Yeah, you do have a lot to say now. Damn.
That
whole, you remember that. That's awesome.
You can also listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and most of our productions as well. If you get tired of our ugly faces and want to hear our beautiful voices.
Yeah.
That kind of rhymed a little bit.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, look at you. You're a rapper now.
Sinister list. Next. It's your pick. Top 6 Sinister.
I currently do not have one at the top of my head, so I think that's just one that we're going to have to surprise him with when I come up with it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
You can also follow us on social medias. I do wrestling content at Wrestling Tacos. That's WRASSLINTALKOS. We do videography, photography, full matches, interviews, and all that type of stuff for wrestling. Follow me there. That's pretty much it. I don't give my personal. You can find me. It's really anywhere. Where can they follow you, Mr. Manuel?
Y'all can follow me, and again, follow me on my Instagram where I post action figures and stuff. So that would be Fresh TV 217. That's Fresh PHRESH 217. No, my bad. That's PHRESHTV 217. For some reason, they wouldn't let me just get Fresh TV as my at name because it's been taken. Whoever's out there, I'll fight you. So it's Fresh TV 217. Follow me on there. And then once I kind of build a rapport with y'all and see how cool you are, then I'll start giving my official socials and where you can my TikTok and YouTube and things like that. Um, Thank y'all again so much for even giving us the time of day to listen to us. Again, if you ever get tired of my face, or maybe you ended up on my fight list and you just want to see how I look, you can watch us when we're like this. You can print out a picture of me and practice on it, but you're not going to win the fight. Um, and just thank you for the continued support. It means the world to us. We hope that you enjoy. We hope that we give good enough reviews to where they'll come back. I thoroughly enjoyed this film. I look forward to our next film in the series that we get to review. Um, I get look forward to the next list that we decide to choose. And again, if you ever want to talk about this with us, hit us up on our socials. Maybe there's a movie out there that you want to see. I know that coming up currently is Thor: Love and Thunder. Really excited to see that film soon. Um, and just anything out there that maybe you think that we should review, or maybe there's a superhero film that uh, is indie or one that a lot of people don't know about. And it's your favorite. We're down to review it. As always, thanks for listening to our podcast. It means the world to us.
I looked up on Instagram and no one has Fresh TV. They have Fresh_TV or Fresh.TV, but no Fresh TV.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me do it. When I tried to put my name, it wouldn't let me do it.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Mean.
Catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for listening. Peace.